Because I know that I'm the reason you two split up. And I asked her to give you another chance. And to be there for you if you were feeling bad because I left. I know, it was stupid.
No. I'm just surprised that you would think that Leanne and I could pick up where we left off, or that anyone could replace you just like that.
I'm not that hard to get over. Duke certainly had no problems walking out on me.
I'm not Duke.
No. You're nothing like him.
Who is it?
3 guesses.
Hold on. It's my mom.
Should I go in there?
No, no more secrets. Hello, how are you?
Well, finally, I have been looking for you all...
Hello, Mrs. Hughes.
Lucinda, I had to get you out of there before you said...
What is this about James being dead? Is this true?
Craig, I tell you, didn't know
Who
a
do
thing
you
about
take
this
me
until
for?
just a minute
Who do you
ago.
think you're talking to around here? Yes, James is dead. I got the telephone call from the City Times from Marlowe, all right? He's been hiding in my stables, and Sierra's been his prisoner. All right, he's dead. And he said, when the news gets to Montega, they're going to kill her.
Officer, come on, move back. Stand back, will you?
Oh, you really want to? You all better. Give us a statement, please.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by new Chips Ahoy, selections from Nabisco, dangerously delicious cookies.
Julie, I'm surprised to see you here.
Why?
Because I saw Duke at Pam's graduation party. He said that you were on your way back to Seattle.
Yeah, I was, but I had a change of plans.
Oh. Well, I wanted to have a talk with you, but I guess maybe this isn't the best time. What made you change your mind?
I don't know, I just decided I liked Oakdale too much.
I wanted her to stay. I helped convince her, actually.
Well, listen, I'm pretty wiped out, so I'm gonna head on back to my place. You two can have your talk. No, that's okay.
Well, you have all this luggage, you know, I mean...
Oh, right, I forgot.
How soon do you think you'll be back?
I'm not sure when I'm gonna be back.
I promise I'll be back soon.
You coming, Mom?
No, I think I'm going to stay here and clean some of this mess up.
That's not my mess. That's Duke's mess, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
James offer you any proof?
Yes.
Like what?
Photographs.
Was he in any of them?
Was who? James?
Yes.
No, James was not in the
Oh,
photographs.
so the photographs could have been taken any time. Maybe May, when she was first taken to
Oh,
prison.
I see, darling. Well, I got them right here. And a letter. A letter. It was in her handwriting. And another letter specifically written to me was going to be delivered to me tonight, and I didn't get it.
Lucinda, you've got to go to the police tonight. Well, you'll be in a much better position if you volunteer this
Somehow we've
information.
got to keep this news. We've got to contain it. Come to the police station with me, darling, will you?
I'll go talk to Tom.
I'm in hell, Ambrose. I'm in hell. Baby?
Mom, oh, gosh,
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Jeff came to the cottage earlier. He wanted to take you to the police station for questioning in James' room.
That's all right.
Lucinda, it's going to be all right now. We'll just go in the way we planned.
Oh, all right.
Tom's on the phone with Margot. James broke into Emily's apartment tonight. Apparently he tried to kill her. Paul shot him.
Well, I'm not so sure about that now. Only up to some... Right. Well, we're just trying to get all the loose ends together now. All right, Tom. I'll see you there. can we take your statement now?
Mrs. Walsh wasn't at home or at Lily. Should I go back to the Walsh estate?
No. I want you to call the phone company. I want to see if they've got an address yet on that number that Buddy was calling.
Oh, right.
Okay. Paul, I'd like you to tell us everything you know in your own words, all right? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was going over to Emily's for dinner, because it was my last day at work. I guess about 8:15, I got to her door, and I heard Emily screaming.
We have to call the police. Oh, wait. Paul, wait. We can't let them see these letters. They never understand. Destroy them. Destroy them, please. Go into the bathroom and burn them. Okay. Wash the edges down the drain, okay? I'll take care of everything. Take care.
I heard my father's voice. He was yelling at Emily, saying that he was going to kill her. He sounded crazy. He sounded out of control. So I had a set of keys. I let myself in, and I ran right to the desk, and I grabbed the gun. I heard Emily yelling and my dad screaming at her. I ran into the bedroom, and I saw him. My father was strangling Emily. I yelled for him to stop. And he turned and saw me. And then Emily struggled her way free, and she went for the phone. My dad stopped her, and he started hitting her. He wouldn't stop hitting her. I asked him to stop. I thought he was going to kill her. So I pulled the trigger and shot him.
Well, what'd the doctor say?
Claire's talking to him. Harold said it was none of my business. We can go back to the motel as soon as I talk to her. I am so sorry to have put you through all this.
Oh, come on, don't be. I'm glad that I was here. I certainly wouldn't want you to go through all this by yourself.
Well, now you met my family.
And I like Claire very much. I'm glad we stayed with her and Ben last night. I really liked getting to know them and all those nieces and nephews of yours. Wish we could do something to help them. They have so little.
Well, I have offered, but of course Claire's too proud to accept anything. Don't feel too sorry for them, though. They may not have much materially, but those kids get an awful lot of love.
I could see that.
Tired?
Pooped. I'm pooped. I'll feel much better when we get back to the motel and I can get out of these clothes and take a shower.
I'm sorry we couldn't stay at the motel, but I just couldn't let Claire go through this with Harold drinking like he's drinking.
Well, Doc Radford says that Pa's arm is healing just fine.
Well, that figures. He is a pretty tough old bird.
Yeah, not like he used to be, Hallie. Doc says he has a heart murmur.
Is it serious?
Yeah, well, he says Pa's got to start taking better care of himself. He gave me a prescription for some medicine. I don't know how I'm supposed to get him to take it.
Who took the whiskey from my jug?
That thing, jug, was empty when I got here this morning.
It was not empty.
You finished it last night, Harold, before you passed out and before I put you to bed.
So how are you feeling now, Mr. Munson?
Oh, not bad. I was a few years younger. Maybe I'll show you what a real man can do.
Oh, now, none of that. You come out here and sit down. Have a nice chat with Barbara and Hattie before they leave, and then I am going to put you to bed.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to stay here with you all night.
Oh, stop fussing about me and just go on back to Ben and the kids, and y'all can leave with your wife to go back to your son, or her son, that is.
And then I called you and told you that I shot my dad. And that he was dead. I guess that's all.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Paul?
No.
Okay, then that's it. Thank you. You okay?
Yeah.
You did good. How did it go?
I feel like I'm coming out of fog. While I was telling them what happened, I just realized my father is really dead. And I killed him. Emily, those people out there, they said that I murdered my father. I didn't murder him. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted him to stop hurting you. I didn't mean to.
Everybody's gonna understand that.
Emily, they're ready to take your statement now.
Jessica, what's going to happen to me? Are they going to charge me with my father's murder? Am I going to go to jail?
I don't know. That's going to be up to Mac and Tom Hughes, and of course they're going to have to talk to the commissioner. Now, I can't make you any promises, but I'm sure they'll take your dad's record into account and the fact that you were trying to help Emily. You were trying to stop him from hurting her.
Thanks for coming. Listen, do me a favor, please. Find Brock. I think he's in Chicago or Lake Forest. Just tell him that I want him here, okay, please?
Do you have his number?
No, I don't have his number, but I guess Ellie would have it, or maybe Tonio. Just please tell him that I need him, okay, please?
Sure.
Good night, Mom. Sleep well.
She looks tired, worried.
She knows I'm taking on more of your responsibilities.
How does she know that? You never talked business with her before.
She knows I'm going into Chicago more often, since she decided to stay in Oakdale. Sit down, Brock. We've got to talk.
About what?
About what's keeping you in Oakdale.
I told you, Pop. I'm working with our management consultant down there.
You said you were going to break off with Reyes. You know we can't have any dealings with a man who has ties to James Stenbeck.
Well, I've decided I'm going to stay out the rest of a 6-month truck contract with him. I don't want to make any waves now. He could be trouble for us.
Oh. You said he knows nothing about Pickwick.
Well, that's true, but I think that if I break off all of a sudden without a reason, that'll give him a reason to start snooping around. He is a clever man.
I don't think for a minute that you're staying in Oakdale because of Tonio Reyes. It's that Stewart woman, isn't it?
Look, Marjorie knows. We have an understanding.
The last time I saw her, she seemed very tense and secretive. I had the feeling she was keeping something from me.
Papa, you're imagining things.
I have known Marjorie since she was a little girl. Now, if you have this kind of understanding, why don't you get an apartment for the Stewart woman in Chicago?
Because
then you can see her on the side.
The Stewart woman has business responsibilities in Oakdale.
What about your responsibilities, Brock? Yes. Yes, he's here. Mike Foley.
Foley? What is it?
I went to the Stewart address as instructed. She seemed upset. Soon after, police cars pulled up outside the building.
What the hell were the police doing there?
I stayed out of the way, but the super said James Stenbeck had been killed in the Stewart apartment. Then the cops took Miss Stewart down to the police station.
What's wrong? You're pale as a ghost.
Yes, when does your last flight leave for Oakdale this evening? Good. I'd like to reserve a seat on there, one-way, first class, Brock Lombard. That's right, thank you.
What's going on?
I don't have time to explain.
I asked you what's going on.
Right. I had Foley go down and keep an eye on Emily's apartment because there was a rumor that James Stenbeck was in Oakdale. While he was there, the cops showed up. Stenbeck had been shot in Emily's apartment. They've taken her in for questioning. Now, I have to be there with her.
Are you crazy? We can't have our name involved in a court case. Who is this woman anyway? She is nothing to you compared to me and our family.
You're wrong, Papa, you're wrong! She's everything to me.
Don't do this, Brock! You go and you are no longer a part of this family! Ray, take a man and get out to O'Hare. Brock is taking the last flight out tonight to Oakdale. Don't let him get on that plane.
No, I'm sorry, Susan. I don't have Brock's home number. I only have his office number, and it's well past office hours. I'm sure Emily has his home number, though.
I'm calling for Emily, and I have to talk to him tonight.
You sound upset. Can you tell me what the problem is?
Sure, I can tell you what the problem is. James Stenbeck was killed in Emily's apartment tonight.
And then Paul called the police. You know the rest.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
All right, thank you very much. That's it. Thank you, Edith.
Well, what happens now?
Well, I have to confer with Mac, and then we'll get to the commissioner.
Oh, we can use my office, Tom.
I wonder if there's something else you could do for us. We've got someone in custody right now. It fits the description of the delivery boy who delivered the flowers to you and also the fake bomb to Tonio. Can you try and identify him?
Mark,
Yeah.
got that address on the phone number.
Yeah, that's right across the street from where Tonio Reyes lives. I can't go check it out. And also bring me that suspect that we're doing this. Yeah.
Has my mom called?
No, she hasn't. I'm hoping that Hal will tell her, but he hasn't returned any of my phone calls yet, and don't worry, he'll call. We'll let him know.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna call Kim and Bob and let them know where you are. All right?
Thanks.
That's him. Yeah, that's the guy who brought the roses to my apartment and the bomb to Tonio's.
Okay, hold him for questioning, please.
Well, wait a minute, what for?
Because you're cute. For aiding and abetting a felon.
You're insane. I didn't do it. Look, call Duncan McKechnie and he'll tell you.
Margot, my client has something to report, and please note that she's here of her own free will.
You knew that James Stenbeck was back in town and he was staying at your stables, Lucindo, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and I had no choice in the matter because his men in Montega are holding my daughter Sierra. And I want to know if there's any way we can suppress the news of his death, because when they find out that he's dead, they're going to execute her.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Mom. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Thank you very much. Duke is a slob. You should see him.
Oh, Lord, I have to admit, he really is pretty bad. But he is concerned about you.
Yeah, so he says.
Well, that makes two of us. I'm concerned, too.
All right. Let's not get into anything really heavy. I'm beat.
Oh.
What?
Well, the thing is, there never seems to be a right time for us to talk anymore. Now, what I want to know is, what is the story with Julie?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You said that you encouraged her to stay here instead of going back to Seattle. Now, how come you did that?
Yeah, well, I don't know how much you know about Julie, but she's had a rotten life, and... Well, she and Duke used to live together in Seattle. Dad went out to Seattle to bring Duke here, and then Duke dumped her. Then Lucinda brought her to Oakdale.
I know all about that part. Your father told me the whole story.
All right.
Well, you can't exactly say that Lucinda brought her back here kicking and screaming. She came back to entrap Duke. She lied to him, told him she was pregnant with his child.
Mom, Dad hates Julie. I mean, there's another side to all of this.
Okay, that's what I'm asking to hear.
You know Julie lost her kids?
Yes, because she was an unfit mother.
No. No, because her husband hired a sharp lawyer and Julie couldn't afford one. She loves her kids, Mom. She was desperate when she lost them. That's when Lucinda got her hooks into her. She promised Julie to help get her kids back.
Okay, okay. So let's assume Julie is not entirely to blame. The fact remains she went along with Lucinda's scheme.
And she's sorry. And she made a mistake. You know, people make mistakes. I mean, haven't you made a mistake?
Yes,
Hasn't Dad?
yes, we all make mistakes. Okay, she's sorry for making the mistake. But then she turns around, takes $50,000 from your father with the understanding that she's going back to Seattle to start a new life, and now you tell me she's staying. And I'm concerned. I mean, after everything that you know about her, how can you tell me you want her for a friend? I mean, do you trust her?
Yeah, I trust her. Yeah, she's always been honest with me. And she's more than a friend to me. She's a lot more.
Oh, Barbara, I'm so glad we got to know each other a little.
Oh, I am too. Hal's always spoken of you with so much love, and now I can see why.
Hey, you all right, Pa?
Yeah.
Mr. Munson, I'm glad that the doctor had good news about your arm.
You and your husband just wasted your money coming down here. I guess you figure you'd die. Gonna kick the bucket.
Hal was very worried about you, and I'm glad we made this trip. As I told you before, we were planning on making a trip down here with Paul. Maybe we can make that trip this fall.
Well, why would the big detective want to do that? He never liked it here. He got out here as quick as he could.
Yeah, but his roots are here. I don't think you realize how much he cares about you.
Well, I moved the chair and the table like Claire said. It should make it easier for you to get around.
Thanks, Hallie.
Yeah. Well, I guess Barbara and I are going to head back. Listen, Harold, Dr. Radford says that you have got to start taking care of yourself. That means cutting down on the whiskey, and I think that you've got to stop working in the mines.
That's what puts meat on my table.
I know that, Harold, but you've worked all your life, and you've got a heart condition now. So will you let me help?
I don't want your help.
All right. Barbara and I should be getting back now. If you do ever need to get in touch with me, you can get a message to me through Claire.
Not likely.
I guess not. Shall we go?
Bye, Claire. Bye, Barbara. Oh, we are going to miss you both. Bye, Hallie.
Goodbye, baby.
Goodbye.
Listen, you take care of yourself, okay? Maybe when we come back in the fall, I'll be expecting that Munson grandchild you want.
Maybe.
You ready?
You drive careful now. Now, you know how bad those roads are at night.
You'll be careful.
All right.
Bye-bye, Claire.
Bye, Barbara.
Goodbye.
Yeah? If you ever do, come down this way again. Drive. Can't taking your life in your hands, take them airplanes.
We'll be all right, Harold. Thanks. Don't worry.
Well, I guess I gotta get you to bed, Paul. Oh, Paul, now, just why is it you can't tell Hallie how much you love him?
Oh, be quiet. Just be quiet.
I don't know if they're going to press charges or not, Paul, but I just want you to know if they do, I'll defend you and make sure you're exonerated.
Thanks, Jess.
Excuse me. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Craig, I'm worried about Paul. He protected me, but how is he going to live with what he did?
Why the delay? Why no more questions?
It's a good sign, Lucinda. It means they have bigger fish to fry.
Paul, Tom and I have discussed the evidence and your statement now. We're both familiar with your father's history. So we have no doubt that the reason you shot him was, well, you thought he intended to kill Miss Stewart. We're going to release you for now, and...
Great, then, that means it's all over, right?
No, there will be a further investigation. It's just routine whenever there's a homicide.
Yeah, we want you available for further questioning, so don't leave Oakdale until the case is closed.
Listen, we don't want you to discuss this with anyone. It's going to be a high-profile case, and not just locally. Emily, we expect the same from you.
I won't discuss it with anyone, I understand.
In view of all the media interest and the difficulties it's going to cause Paul, I'd like for you to resolve this as quickly as possible.
Well, we hope to complete it as soon as possible. And after that, the state attorney reviews it. If all goes well and he concurs in our findings, well, then it's over.
Good.
Can they go now?
As soon as they sign their statements, they're being prepared right now.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Where were you? Officer!
Hello, Paul.
Tony, you knew my father was back. Why didn't you just tell Emily and me? He knew he'd be coming after us. You could have stopped him.
You really are your father's son, Paul. You have the same irrational temper. And now you're a murderer, too, aren't you?
Why don't you have a seat over here, Tonio?
I'll wait until my lawyer comes before I answer any questions.
That's fine. Just sit.
All right, right here.
Why couldn't you just told us? Why couldn't you just... A little warning that none of this would have ever happened.
Paul, don't. He's not worth it.
Jessica, how long is this investigation going to last?
Well, it shouldn't take long. Emily was a witness, and you told the authorities everything that happened. Listen, I'm going to see about getting you guys out of here. I'm going to take a look at those statements.
It's going to be okay.
And there was James in the stable in that ridiculous disguise of his. My butler had hired him. All right. I reached for the phone immediately, of course. He said if he were arrested here or if anything at all happened to him, his men in Montego would execute Sierra.
How could you fall for that trick when he pulled that on you last year with Craig?
Margot, darling, you're a mother this year. Have you have you changed at all? Would you take that chance with your kid if you had that given? Now, he showed me photographs of her in captivity. I had a letter from her.
We'd like to see those.
Well, we'd be glad to provide them and to cooperate with the investigation in any way we can.
Thank you. Did he talk about any specifics? Or what about, did he mention Tonio Reyes?
He despised Tonio. Very little about Tonio.
Emily Stewart?
No, not really. He asked a question about her. I said she was going with somebody, and he didn't seem to matter to him much.
What about Paul? Did he say anything specific about Paul?
Yes, he did. He talked a lot about Paul. He was obsessive about Paul, but I had no idea, for heaven's sake, that he would be crazy enough to think that he could take the kid out of this town willingly. I know I should have come to you. I know I should have. I didn't do it. I didn't do it because my daughter Sierra's life was in danger.
Tom, is your office going to press charges against my client?
Well, I'm not prepared to make an official decision on that. There are extenuating circumstances. Mrs. Dixon came down here on her own. We'll be taking that into account.
Thank you. That's very fair.
You okay?
Yes, I am, darling. I'm just fine. Fine.
I had no idea what you've been through.
Yes, well, welcome to the family, dear.
Now, Ambrose, you've got to admit I'm not playing politics here. I'm well aware that Lucinda is the funds behind the man who's trying to turn me out of office this fall.
Ross Sturgis is a good man, Tom. He's not playing politics any more than you are. But I wonder whether this case is going to play a big part in the campaign.
Why would it? There's no real issue here.
Okay. Here are your statements. Now, before you sign them, I want you to make sure they're accurate and complete.
Excuse me, sir. Sit down.
I have a report on the apartment.
What's up? What'd you get?
The place was empty, except for a telephone on the floor and empty soda cans and food cartons. But you were right. There's a perfect view of Reyes's apartment, his penthouse, from the windows.
All right, get the lab over there and check for prints.
Right.
Can I ask you why you brought my client in at this time of night? He obviously had nothing to do with Stenbeck's murder.
Well, we think that maybe he could shed some light on it, Mr. Greer. Was James in contact with you?
No.
Then this elaborate security system that you've set up in your home and at your office has nothing whatsoever to do with James Stenbeck?
As I've told you many times already, I hired the security because there are Montagan assassins who have threatened my life. The same people who tried to kill me in the Dominican Republic.
We located a vacant apartment we think James or one of his men have been using. It's directly across the street from you and provides a beautiful view of your penthouse. Now, the young boy who delivered the fake bomb, we believe, is working for James Stenbeck. When we picked him up, he was calling that apartment, we think, to signal your assassin.
I've had no contact with James Stenbeck since the night at Ruxton Hills.
I'll wait here until Tom can give me a definite decision on what they're going to do officially.
Thank you, Don.
I'll stay too.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lucinda, I hope you're really proud of yourself shielding a criminal knowing the danger he would be to me and Paul.
I'm terribly sorry. I was trying to protect my
You're
daughter.
sorry? You weren't trying to protect Sierra. You were trying to protect yourself like you always do. You don't know how to care about anybody else.
Oh, I don't? What is that, darling? Is that the culmination of your
No, he
sordid
almost
affair
killed me.
with that? Oh,
How can you throw that in her face? You had an affair with James Stenbeck when he was working for you. And she's right. You protected him knowing what he is. He almost killed her.
Why are you talking to me, Susan? Why don't you get on the phone? Talk to John.
Hope you can live with yourself. Look at what you did to Paul. This is your fault, Lucinda.
I did it? It's my fault? Good God!
Lucinda, no one's talking. Will you please? We have a conversation.
Well, you just take it easy. And if you need anything at all, anything, you give me a call. You got it. All right, bud?
Yeah, thanks, Craig.
Come on, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Paul, I'm going to take Emily home so she can get some clothes, okay?
Well, I'm going with you. I don't want her going back there alone.
I'm going to give you a call later on at Dad's, all right?
Okay.
Listen to me. It's going to be okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Prepare yourself. There's a lot of people out there.
Thanks.
There he is. There he is. Please, let him
Paul, they charge you murder.
Hey, sweetie. I just had to hear your voice before I went to sleep.
I'm glad you called. I was going to call you.
Andy, will you be honest with me? Is your mother saying terrible things about me? I know what your father must have told her.
Let's just say that she has a very one-sided view, but I'm going to make her see your side.
I just know how close you are to your family, and I don't want to do anything to cause problems.
They don't tell me what to do.
I know. Maybe I was wrong to come back. I don't even know how I'm going to support myself.
I've got ideas on that, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, I got to go right now. All right, I'll talk to you. Bye.
I just brought your towels.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
Thanks. That was Julie on the phone. I meant what I said. I care a lot about her.
Oh, honey. I'm glad you told me, but I can't even pretend that I'm pleased. I just don't want you to get hurt.
Oh, Mom, I'm not going to get hurt.
Well, how can you say that? Look at her history.
What about my history? I'm an alcoholic. She doesn't judge me for that. Oh, Mom, I'm trying to turn my life around, and she is too, and I know she can do it. I see a side in her that nobody else has seen, not Dad and not Duke. Julie's told me that she's never cared about anyone the way she cares about me.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Oh, I just wish you felt that way about somebody else.
I'm glad it's Julie. I'm very glad it's Julie. I'm happy with her. I'm happier with her than I've Never been with anybody else. I mean, she makes me feel good about myself.
No. Andy, hey, this is Tom. Listen, I've got some news for you. It's going to come as a pretty big shock. We've been down at the police station here for the last couple hours. James Stenbeck is dead. He was trying to kill Emily Stewart. Paul shot him to protect her.
No.
What's the matter?
James Stenbeck is dead. Paul shot him.
I think some coffee would be very nice. Matthew's still up. I'll go and speak to him.
I'll do it.
I think it's all right. It's fine. I'm not an invalid, you know?
Would you mind if we stayed here tonight? I don't want her to be alone.
And of course. It's my family now, too.
Thank you.
I need to talk to my dad. I should do that now. Give you two a chance to talk.
Okay. If you run into Trish, try to make things right with her and ask her to come back to the cottage maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
If that's what you want. See you later.
Oh.
I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
He's going to visit his father.
Oh?
We're spending the night here tonight.
Oh, darling, that's sweet. But really, it's unnecessary.
We want to. We don't want you to be alone tonight. Really. You know, now I know why you were so upset. I just wish I knew what was going on.
But how could I tell you? I couldn't tell you you were happy. Mrs. Mason, wise old Mrs. Mason, and I couldn't even talk to Ambrose about all of this. If they find out in Montega, you know, that's it. She'll be killed. There isn't anything that I can do, actually.
Mom, I know how much you love Sierra. And I know how much you want to believe what James said, but...
Oh, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Mother, I was there. And I believe that she was killed long ago.
Yes. I do believe that. And I do love her. And not a day goes by that I don't think about her. But we have to face the fact that whatever happened to her, it's out of our hands now. You have to concentrate on what you're capable of, what you want to do, like your relationship with John.
Oh.
Why don't you call him in Atlanta? No. Why not tell him what happened and ask him to come home?
No, darling. I mean, our relationship is not in very good shape. You know? You just chastise me for harboring James, that's all.
I think he would understand if you told him all that was going on with Sierra. Yes, I do. And it's better that he hears it from you and nobody else. Why don't I call him up, okay?
No, baby. Can't take any more heartache. Oh.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is burn this outfit, and then I'm going to take a shower.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me why your messages are in a white envelope and mine are not?
Probably because they're all from the Oakdale police.
Oh, really? What did they say?
They are. 3 from... They're all from Margot, and they all say urgent.
This couldn't have anything to do with James, could it?
Tell you what. Why don't you go take your shower, and if there's anything you really need to know, I'll come in and I'll tell you.
I think I'd rather wait.
Hi, it's Helen Munson. I'd like to speak to any of the detectives on duty, please.
Hughes.
Margot? What are you doing there so late?
Hal, is that you? My God, I've been trying to reach you.
Why, what's the matter? What's happened?
James Stenbeck has been shot dead. Unfortunately, it was Paul who shot him.
Flight 241 for Oakdale is
Mr.
now
Lombard,
taking on passengers at gate 12.
Will you come with us, please? Ray, Howard, my father sent you. I have a plane to catch.
We don't want to make things difficult, Mr. Lombard.
No, good. Because if you try to muscle me, I will make a scene that will land us all in the police station. And that will make the papers, and you know that won't make my father very happy.
We still have our orders.
Ray, you know my father's only handling things while I'm out of town on business, don't you? You don't want to get on my bad side.
Final call for all passengers on flight 241 for Oakdale. Now boarding at gate 12.
You're making things very tough for me, Mr. No, I'm giving you a choice. Either we go to the police station, we get our pictures in the paper, and you end up on my bad side, or I get on my plane. I'll call my father from the plane and get you off the hook. Ciao.
Detective Hughes said you'd be stopping by. I'll have to accompany you while you get your things.
I'll just be a minute.
I thought you were coming by yourself.
I'm her mother. I'm just going to help. Have there been any calls from Mr. Lombard?
No, ma'am, no calls at all.
Well, I'm just going to get a few things.
That's Paul Stenbeck.
He murdered his father.
Murdered his father.
Murderer.
Murderer. Murderer.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Secret Antiperspirant, strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of the CBS stations. Fashions by Betsy Johnson. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.